It is Women's History Month, and my next guest is an icon, a legend. She's worked alongside greats like Bob Dylan, Willie Nelson, and Jimmy Buffett to help define folk music. Now, she's given us timeless classics like Amazing Grace, Send in the Clowns, and her Grammy-winning rendition of Both Sides Now. But she's more than a voice. She's an author, she's an activist, and she's a poet. Please welcome 7-time Grammy nominee, Judy Collins. Judy!
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here. You look absolutely amazing, down from the head, down to your toe, to your little fancy boots. I love your boots.
Don't you love these? I've got the wrong pair on.
Oh, you put on 2 different pairs of...
2 different sizes.
But you...
And everybody can get these. They're called Helen's Hearts. See how clever that is?
I love it, with Helen's Hearts on them. You know what? And I love it that they're 2 different boots because that means you are unique in everything you do. There you go. I love this because, first of all, you're 85 years old. You look, oh my God. 85 years old, you're still working. Are you going on tour?
Oh, I'm always on tour. That's my life. I understand that you go on tour all the time, too.
I do.
It keeps us sharp. It keeps us young.
It does.
It keeps us working.
Okay. And I love that because, like, you're nonstop. Do you, like, in touring life is, people don't understand how physically grueling it is, but you do it. You like it.
I love it. You know, when I was a little girl, I would ride around in the back seat of the car. My father was a singer and a wonderful performer, and I was the oldest of 5, but for a long time I was the only one.
Oh, really?
So I had the back seat all to myself. Anyway, I love it. I love it when we take off on a plane. I love it when we're sitting in the station.
Yes.
And I love to be on the stage, as I do. You know that.
Yes, when you get on that stage and the lights come on.
Shine.
And you shine and you touch hearts. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Oh, my God.
It's wonderful.
So, Judy, you were a pioneer of the 60s folk scene, and you got a long history with Bob Dylan. I love this. Now, Bob Dylan, he's more relevant now than ever before in his film A Complete Unknown with Timothy Chalamet. So, do you have a favorite Bob Dylan story?
In 1960, well, I knew him when he was named Robert Zimmerman.
Oh, when he was Robert Zimmerman. Not
Robert Zimmerman in 1959, and he was homeless and looked badly dressed even for the 60s. And he would hang out and try to get on the hootenannies. Anyway, he came to see me at a little club called the Gilded Garter in Central City, Colorado. Anyway, we got along just fine.
Yeah.
And then I recorded his first couple of songs, Fare Thee Well, and anyway, a couple more songs. And then one night I was invited to come up to a party by his manager. And he said, come on up to where I'm staying. He had a house in the place where that big festival was. What was it called?
Oh, was it, oh gosh, not, what festival? Woodstock. Oh, Woodstock, yeah.
And he said, come on up to the party. It was 1963. I got there. In those days, I drank, folks. By the way. By the way, I never did many drugs because I thought that they would interfere with my drinking. So I was there at the party. I had a good time.
Yeah.
And Bruce Langhorne, who was the one who inspired this song, was there. A lot of people were there. And then I went upstairs and I went to sleep.
Okay.
And about 3 in the morning, I woke up.
Yeah.
And I heard this voice coming up the stairs. And I said, oh, my God, he's writing a song. I got out of bed. I went downstairs. I sat in front of this closed door, and I heard him write Tambourine Man.
Oh, my gosh. Did you know when you heard it that it was going to be like...
Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
I mean,
it was amazing right away.
Oh, man.
Extraordinary song.
Wow.
And so anyway, we were good. We were in the same situation. I was at the movie. I wasn't in the movie.
You were at the movie,
but
yes.
I was at that whole experience. You know, that's...
and what an experience that is.
What an experience.
Like, you've had so many amazing experiences in your lifetime. And now, like we said, you're an activist, you're a writer, you're an author, you're a singer. And now you have a book of poetry out.
I do.
Your poetry is called Sometimes It's Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us about that?
In 2016, my husband, who I have to share with you, you are my current grief group.
Okay.
Because my husband died on December 3rd, this past year.
Sorry to hear that.
And we had a wonderful 46 years together, which is amazing for an old hippie like me.
Yes, that's amazing.
And so he
Did that
said to me one
inspire
day,
you?
he said he dared me to write. I was going to start writing songs and trying to get things together. And I said, well, all right, you know, 90 and 90.
Okay.
That's what we do. And he said, well, why don't you write 365 poems, and then you'll have a whole book.
Oh, so you wrote a whole book of poetry?
I did. I did it. I'm not going to do it.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not going to do it
well,
every year, but yes.
Judy, I want to say congratulations on
Thanks.
Sometimes It's Heaven,
Thank
your
you.
book of poetry, that I'm sure is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Sometimes It's Heaven. It's out March 25th. And to see Judy Collins live this Saturday at Town Hall, it's right here in New York City. So run to go see Judy Collins. And we'll be right back.